What's up? What's up? It's time for Done Way Past Funny with your host, G.D. Fenderson. Join us as we take a look back at the early works of seasoned comedians before they were seasoned with this week's guest, Stefon Braxton. It's time to get down and get dope with Done Way Past Funny. Hi, I'm G.D. Fenderson, certified forensic humorist and host of Done Way Past Funny. This is part 2 of our 3-part interview with the very talented Stefon Braxton. Enjoy. All right, I'm gonna hit the second part. Pick it up right where we left off.
This is a good crowd. You know what? I watch a lot of TV, especially commercials. And to me, these people that write these commercials are like the sickest people in the world. For example, they got this commercial for this bracelet. It's a bracelet that's supposed to give you energy. Now, when a commercial comes on, they show the guy, this older guy, and this lady walking. Now, she's walking with a walker, and he's walking with a cane. Now, they do that. Now, then they come back. He got the energy bracelet on. He's not walking with her no more. He's walking with a prostitute. And then the other commercial. Now, whoever wrote this commercial has to be like the sickest person in the world. It's the K Jewelers commercial. Y'all probably seen this commercial where this couple is skiing down this mountain with all these trees around and they just skiing. And in the background, they're playing a song by Sonny and Cher, I Got You, Babe. Now, is it me? But didn't Sonny get killed skiing, running into a tree? Why would they do this? What else I want to talk about? Oh, thugs. You know, they got all these thugs out here. You know what? If you're going to be a thug, be a real thug. I don't like these fake thugs. I'm walking down the street the other night when I got off work. It's about 11 o'clock at night. I see the dude standing up on the corner. You know, he got his Timberlands on, his pants sagging, wife beater on, and he's standing there looking all thuggish. You know, I got a little scared. You know, I'm walking by him. Then his phone goes off, and his ringtone is all the single ladies. Come on. That's a fake thug. And then if you're going to be a thug, if you're going to be a thug, at least have an education. I had this one guy want to promote my show. He supposed to be a thug. He wanted to invest in a couple of my shows and promote my show. So we had a meeting. So during this meeting, we want to go get something to eat. Now, we go through the drive-through, and he goes up there, and he ordered a 2-piece and a biscuit. I'm like, man, we're at McDonald's. He ain't even know how to read. And then these children, oh, we got we got to start disciplining these kids. We get some bad kids out there. I mean, they doing stuff we never did when we was a kid. The other day I'm walking, and this kid actually robbed me. And I was like, oh my God, I'm actually being robbed by a little kid. I mean, he actually robbed me, and then he rode off on his big wheel. So that kind of traumatized me a little bit. Now I'm seeing a therapist because I've been, now that I'm older, I'm trying to deal with my fears and stuff. You know, trying to work these things out of my head. So I'm seeing a therapist. And one of the fears I have a fear of mice. I'm just really scared of mice. So I went to the therapist and I said, well, how do you plan on, curing me of this fear? He said, okay, well, first, what we're going to do is I'm gonna show you a picture of a mouse. I said, okay. And then secondly, what we're gonna do is I'm gonna have a rubber mouse and let you play with the rubber mouse. I said, okay. And he said, when we finish the treatment, then you'll be able to be around a real mouse. I said, all right, we can work with that. I can do this. Now, then he gonna say, well, how you intend on paying me? I said, okay. Well, first, I'm gonna show you a picture of the check, and then I'm gonna give you a rubber check, and then once I'm clear, you might get the real check.
Oh, that was so strange. I don't, I don't remember none of them jokes.
But I'm telling you now, like the Sonny and Cher or the K Jeweler one, I think with the ending, you didn't end it like with a punchline. You just said, who does this? And I kept thinking about, so immediately I thought to myself, okay, I gotta have a punchline. So I was just thinking to myself that the only thing that would make that commercial worse is if they called the setting, the Sonny Bono. You know how they name their you know how they name their settings like that, and the Sonny Bono,
Yeah.
and
When I
had the
seen
key.
that commercial, I was like, that was crazy. Why y'all put that music with that? You know the brother died.
And the kid on the big wheel have him when he rides away. Said he rode away on his big wheel with stolen plates. You know.
You remember that when we was kids and you had your
Yeah.
big wheel, the little license plates used to come in a cereal. And you
Yeah.
still your big wheel.
Yeah. And then see, I'm a little bit older than you. I'm in my 60s. So I mean, we used to, one of the things we used to take cards and put them in our spokes. And,
Yeah.
But
See, we couldn't afford cars. We had to use our feet.
oh yeah, that's it. Mess up your spokes. Matter of fact, first skateboards are, if you had a pair of skates and one broke, that the skate that didn't break became a skateboard. You break it in half and put a 2x4. That was your
Yup.
skateboard. That was it. Ball bearing number 5 or ball bearing number 7 with a 2x4. Oh man. Did I ask you what was your Emmy for?
The Emmy was for the Comics on Life Nice show.
Okay.
When the pandemic happened, like during the middle of it, I got a call from this guy from out there in Los Angeles and said, he introduced himself and everything. He said, we are nominating you for an Emmy Award for your television show. And I'm like, well, how you know my television show? And he said, well, we've been watching stuff that's online, that was still online. Because at that time, nobody was doing, everything that was on TV was reruns.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
And it wasn't nothing on. So they said they was watching, YouTube and Facebook and, seeing what people was doing online. Well, at that time, my show was the only show that was live, that was still on cable TV and streaming on social media.
Right.
And he called me and said, we're coming to Pittsburgh. We're gonna you won for the pandemic television show of the year. And I was like, wow, thank you. And then we took some pictures and everything. And it was really cool.
Now, did you get the actual Emmy, or was this one of those awards where they gave you a plaque? Because I have a friend who has a Grammy, but he has a plaque instead of the actual Grammy trophy.
No, I have the actual Emmy. Well, it's at my mom's house because right when I won it, I told her about it, and a few months later, she passed away. So she had it down there on her mantle, and when I go down there and visit, I see it. But now my Emmy is sitting right next to her urn with her
Okay.
ashes in it.
Okay. That's very very sweet of you as a son to do that.
And plus, my family is in all my family is in Philly.
Okay.
Aunts, uncles, cousins, nieces, nephews, everybody. So every time they go by the house, they look at it.
That's nice. That is nice of you. I'm not sure that if I had won anything, well, I have won some things, but nothing like that, that I would have ever left it with my mom. Because I'm gonna tell you now, I'm gonna tell, the first time I got written up in a newspaper as a comedian. The story was not supposed to be about me. The story was supposed to have been about the funny. It was a contest I'd entered. This is actually before I was even a comedian. I wasn't a comedian. It was a dare. Someone says, oh, "You could, yeah, you're funny." You do. I'm like, oh, I won't go anywhere. So it's like, so I came in second place.
Mm-hmm.
The guy I lost to actually been doing his material for 11 years. And the reason why I know that is because when I was 16 years old, I was an usher at uh, an affair for with Dick Gregory, um, Reverend Jesse Jackson, Julian Bond, and they were all the speakers. And I was actually Dick Gregory's page. I was his stepping, getting him water and stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
So, and the guy who did the entertainment there did his bit. That's the bit he did. And then 11 years later, I'm competing against him for the championship. To win funniest person in Maryland. And like I said, I was just doing it on a dare. I was not a comedian. I was like, I was doing other people jokes that I had refashioned to
Uh
be
huh.
my jokes, and then I'd have like, but what I do is I would do a story about myself, include the joke, and then continue with the story about myself. So it wasn't like a complete ripoff. It was like I had somebody else's car, and I was using, it was my trip. I was just using someone else's car part of the way. That's how I look at it. And he beat me with that material that he'd been doing for like 11 years. So I don't feel ashamed that I lost to like that, you know. But there was an article in the paper, and I was never big on the awards. I never cared about them. To me, it's not about the awards; it's about what I do with myself beyond that point, not
Right.
resting on the laurel. So I didn't care about the article. My mom was like, "I got to have a copy." So my mom had the article, and so I asked her about it. Once I started becoming a comedian, you start looking for credits and stuff, you know. And there's this write up, even though the write up was like 20 years before I was a comedian, they still talk about how funny I was. And they don't have to show the date. I can just show the article, right?
Right.
I asked my mom. My mom goes, "I threw that thing away years ago." I recorded a CD with my band, and I gave my mom a copy. And I asked my mom, did she like it? She said, "Of course I liked it. I'm your mother." And after she died, we're going through a thing. She never even opened the CD. She never listened to it. So, so you're nice. You're, I would, I would have sent my mother anything. Oh man. Uh, let's hit the third. Let's hit the third one. Yeah, let's do the third one real quick. Well, not real quick. It's going to take as long as it takes. It's pre-recorded.
Oh, this for all the married people out there. How many people married? Yeah, married. Yeah, long time. I've been married 8 years. 8 years. Yeah, but we've been separated 7.5 years. Cause I do crazy stuff. I do some, crazy. I'm not the easiest person to get along with. Like for instance, now my wife, it was around her birthday time, and she kept hinting around that she wanted a little sports car for her birthday. She kept telling me she wanted something small, something flashy. She wanted something that go from 0 to 200 in 4 seconds. So I bought her a scale. We was out in the yard one time barbecuing, and she was bending down to do something, and I looked at her ass, then I looked at the grill, and I said, "You know what? Your ass is as big as this grill." I even went and measured it. I measured the grill and I measured her ass. She got upset about that. She got upset. So like later on that night when I trying to make love to her, she said, "I'm not gonna heat up this big ass for that little ass weenie." Yeah, so I always do stuff like that to her, but she do get me back. One time we was driving, right? I'm driving. I'm doing like 80 on the highway, right? So I see the cop behind me getting ready to pull me over. So I hurry up and put my seatbelt on. So when he come up to the window, he said, "Excuse me, sir, you know you're doing 80 miles an hour." I said, "Look, my speedometer is broke, so I didn't know how fast I was going." She gonna yell out, "No, it's not. It's not broke. I told him he was going too fast. He needed to slow down." I was like, "Dad, will you just shut up? Just shut up." So, and he said, "Well, I do notice you got your seatbelt on." She said, No, he didn't. He put that seatbelt on as soon as he seen you. He don't never wear a seatbelt." I said, "Please, just shut up. Just shut up." Then he noticed my radar detector up on the dashboard. He said, "You know it's illegal to have a radar detector." I said, "You know what, officer? It don't even work. It don't even work." She said, "Yes, it does. It works." I was like, "You know what? Just shut up. Just shut up. Don't say nothing else." He said, "Dag, miss, do he always talk to you like that?" She said, "No, only when he's been drinking." So yeah, she gets me back. And, it's just I don't know what it is. Maybe I just don't understand women because one time she told me she's getting ready to go out and get a mammogram. I said, "Bring me one back with no sauce." She asked me, "How do I feel about monogamy?" How did I feel about monogamy? I said, "Well, as long as you buy Boardwalk and Park Place first, you okay." But she just wanted to make love all the time. You ever had a woman that just want to make love all the time? She just wanted to make love all the time while I was at work.
Boy, those were some corny jokes, boy.
I was saying something else, and some of them are. I'm gonna be polite and call them public domain. They've been out there for a while. So now I didn't do the introduction. The actual introduction for this show, for this clip, is like 45 seconds long. She goes on forever about how wonderful you are and how you save puppies from trees and stuff like that. I'm just I did talk about let me see, Out of My League, and she talked about next 3 days. Talk about credits. How many more you got more credits out there you want to throw out there? Let people know what to look for you in.
Oh,
Stuff
the
that
movies?
yeah.
Oh, I don't know who was saying they was telling you about them.
No, that was the clip. Actually, I didn't show. I cut it off because I was trying
Oh,
to
oh,
say,
her. Oh, yeah.
yeah. So it's just like Out of My League and next 3 days. But what else people can catch you in, and then go like,
Well,
who
if
is
they get
that?
to, it's out on DVD. It's been out on DVD for a few years now. It's called Blood First. We filmed that here in Homewood. Um, I was in a couple of TV shows. Um, um, the new series of Prime Evil. No, Justified, City of Prime Evil. I'm in the prison scene with the dude, I forgot his name, but I'm in the prison scene with him. Deliverance. Deliverance. I was in Deliverance. We were just filming that with Michael Beach and Monique at the hospital. I'm in the scene with them. There's a couple other movies I can't even think of now. Crap. I definitely gotta give a shout out. I gotta give a shout out to Nina Brooks. She put me in 3 of her movies. Make sure when it comes out, The Lover's Life, you can catch that when it comes out, and The Passport when it comes out. And you can check me out on IMDb. I'm on there, and the list of my movies is on there. And then now I'm doing the plays now. I've been doing plays too, and I recently got into the murder mystery plays.
Okay.
And that we do here in Pittsburgh. So I want to give a shout out to the Jazz Bean Entertainment, the Soul Food Murder Mystery Team, all my family on the Soul Food Mystery Team. Actually, we getting ready to do one April 8th, I believe, April 8th, and Who Killed Lenny Trombone. So for people that's watching in Pittsburgh, look for that coming in April 8th. We just got signed for that one. And rest of the movies I can't think of offhand.
Well, I know a mystery you can solve. Try to find out what happened to my comedy career. Look at that. Find out who murdered my career. Might have been me. But see if you can solve that one while you're out there. And let me know. If there's something I did, let me know.
All right.
So, are you still friends with your ex-wife?
No.
I was just wondering.
No. We're nowhere near friends. No. I don't even. No, I'm gonna just say no. I ain't gonna say that. She might watch this.
Now, do you still do stand up even though I know you're doing your comments on life and you don't do stand up on that show. That's an interview type show.
Mm-hmm.
And I have sent it. Did you get my last question?
Yeah, I'm gonna use that. We're using that tomorrow.
Let people know that they can send you questions. Because
I got. If people send me, these are questions. All these are questions here. People send me, they email me.
Oh, okay.
And, some of them I can use, some of them I can't use.
Or you can just use them on the naughty show, but you can't use them on the clean show.
No, some of them I can't use on the naughty show.
Sure, like what? If you got one, you can still no.
It ain't like that. It's just that it's so dumb.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
No question. But yeah, I try to use mostly all the questions that I get though. And I be telling the comedians at the beginning of the show, before we even go live, I tell them, look, whatever the question is, if it don't pertain to you, make up something. That's what the comments are like. Just make up something. And just go with it and have fun. And some of them be doing it because I think last Thursday's show, I got to give out a shout. I want to give out a shout to all the comedians that's been on Comics on Life. Y'all been great. I love y'all all. And we're gonna tear it up in 2023. But it's a few people that I want to give a few shout outs to. Kat Metlock, Sheila Jackson, Katash. It's just too many. It's a bunch that really, like, if they wasn't comedians, then they definitely missed their calling, because they just think like way differently than most normal people do. But I love having them on my show because they be having me they be having me cracking up. I like I like a panel of guests that actually makes me laugh.
Right. Yeah. I can dig that.
But then sometimes that I forget the questions.
Or forget to ask. It's like after you get one answer, then you forget the next two people, and then you skip over them. I'm not going to mention any names like you skipped over me. I'm not going. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh yeah, my bad. My bad.
Oh no, I'm not. I like I said, I roll with it. I figured. You know, I'll just roll with it, especially since well, I can't remember. I'm not going to call her name. Actually, I did a. What it is, I took a clip of the show that my last appearance with you. I made a short clip, and there was one young lady. I'm not going to mention her by name, but when she gave her answer, it went on for a very long time, and so I just put the beginning of her answer and the end of her answer, and in the middle I put a big caption that says "many minutes later." She was just
See, I gotta get computer savvy like that so I can start doing stuff like that. But I ain't
You
got
have
time.
a whole crew. You have a crew in the background, or are they real people? Or you just like talking to people off camera that aren't really there. I mean, well, except for one person I know. Is it Sheila? Who's your the one who contacts people and tell us to get everything in shape? Is that?
Yeah, she's gone.
Oh, she was just there a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, she gone.
Now we're not going to hear about like a lawsuit like Weinstein, are we? It's not. You didn't Harvey Weinstein her, did you?
Oh no. Just
Okay.
no. We broke up.
Oh, okay. So people just so you know that you probably have heard his little puppy. I'm saying little puppy to be polite. She's a few pounds.
Yeah, she's 85. He's
Don't
85
say
pounds.
he. Yes, I'm sorry. He's a handful. But
Yeah,
he sounds like he wants to be a lap dog.
yeah. He don't know what he want to do. He's just as crazy as I am. Now,
Yeah.
Maryland, that's close to Harrisburg, right?
Yeah.
So you should reach out to my sister in comedy there. My sister in comedy, Harris Shaquan.
Yeah.
You know Shaquan?
Yeah, she's going to do the show. As a general rule of thumb, I don't want to interview people who've been doing comedy for under 3 years. And the reason is that, to be honest, under 3 years, they really don't have a lot to offer, or they don't have enough to look back on. And the whole point of this is to look back on stuff that you've done, and you can measure growth and talk about your career, things like that. That's the whole point of it. And she's only been doing comedy for 2 years, but I like her as a person, and she's also interesting to talk to. And also, I don't have enough black female comedians doing this with me yet. I'm trying, I've reached out to them, but I'm gonna tell you now, there's a lot of people who are afraid to look at their old material.
Yeah, I don't know why I sent you that.
Now, I know you said you had to be out of here like around 9. That's in about 6 minutes. We got 2 clips left. I'm going to try to get through this. I want to respect the fact that you got to get up early in the morning. And at your age, I know how hard it is because you have to wake up 3 times to pee anyway. So no.
No, I'm good. I got the pins.
Oh, okay. Hi, I'm GD Fenderson, certified forensic humorist and host of Done Way Past Funny. You have just watched part 2 of our interview with the Emmy Award-winning Stefon Braxton. Please join us for part 3. And when you come back to join us, bring a friend.